Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Double Trouble Pod. My name is Phil Double. Paul is still away on business at the moment, so he is not here as you can see, but he has sent me some voice notes through on his thoughts about what happened in the first round of the knockout phase of AFCON and his predictions for the quarterfinals. This is episode 4, so if you have not seen any of the other episodes, please go onto YouTube and check those out. Episode 1 in particular, that was a little interview with Paul, who is a football agent, about his work as a football agent, how he got into football agency and the sort of things he gets up to being a football agent. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. I will link that up in one of the corners so you can go and check that out. So the first knockout round of AFCON is complete. A really good, exciting round of matches, I have to say. So we're going to go through the first round of matches, doing a bit of an evaluation of how they went, and then give our predictions for the quarterfinals. So Angola beat Namibia 3-0 in the first game. Quite an exciting match, quite an open match. Angola scored a goal and got a red card quite early, and from that point I feared a little bit for Angola that Namibia were going to come and take over, but then Namibia got a red card themselves and that kind of evened itself up, and then Angola were able to score a couple of goals and take that away, and ended up winning 3-0. Nigeria 2, Cameroon 0, another good game, lots of good action. Nigeria with a couple of goals and ended up taking the game. In the Battle of the Guineas, Guinea came out on top 1-0 against Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea got a red card in the game. Egypt won, Congo won, probably the biggest surprise of this round. Congo managing to get a goal and take this game all the way to extra time and penalties, and then take the game on penalties. A bit of a shock, but Congo did play quite well. It was an entertaining game, and good to see them through into the next round. Cabo Verde won, Mauritania 0. Mauritania with a good showing at this tournament and carried that through to this game, but Cabo Verde just managing to get the win in that game there. Cote d'Ivoire won, Senegal won, another really good game, end-to-end action. Cote d'Ivoire really came into it in the second half and sort of took over a little bit. 1-1 at the end of the game and winning eventually 5-4 on penalties with 5 really good penalties. Senegal actually missing one to go out of the tournament. Mali 2, Burkina Faso 1. Mali going through. Again, another good game, and made me eat my words saying that even though they finished top of the group, I fancied Burkina Faso to win in that game, but Mali looked very organised, played very well, and managed to win the game in the end. And the final game of this round was Morocco 0, South Africa 2. Morocco with a red card late on just before South Africa scored a stunning free kick towards the end of the game. Definitely a red card. Was already on a yellow anyway, but was probably a straight red for denying the goal scoring opportunity. But South Africa sat back, played counter-attacking football and managed to get a couple of goals on the break, and fair play to them, go through to the next round. So on to the quarterfinals. Some good games to come here. First game up is Nigeria versus Angola. As I've stated before, I've got Nigeria to win the tournament, and I fancy them against Angola here. I think they're going to be too strong for Angola, although I think it's going to be a good game, given what we've seen from Angola in the other matches they've played. Here are Paul's thoughts on this match.
Well, what an exciting AFCON we've had, Phil. Some truly marvellous games, exciting last-minute goals, penalties, VARs. Really has had all of the ingredients into the one African pot, so to speak. Quite a few surprises, I guess. If you were looking at the quarterfinals before the end of the tournament, there's definitely one or two there that you wouldn't have placed. That being said, we're looking forward to a very, very exciting quarterfinals. The first one is Nigeria-Angola. No surprise, as I said early on in the tournament, once Nigeria changed their formation slightly and got sort of a front three that are very dangerous onto the pitch. And it sees them playing Angola in the quarter final. Angola, convincing win against Namibia. Again, that being said, I mean, it was a crazy 5 minutes for Namibia in the first half when, to be honest, they were totally in control of the game. And they got a goal against and a red card, which completely, knocked them off the feet. So I'm not saying Angola were lucky, but they did have the grace of God on their side. And I do expect in this game it to be a good game, but I do expect Nigeria to go through.
Next game we've got is Congo versus Guinea. Again, I think this is going to be a really good match. Congo surprise package into the quarterfinals, but they've been playing some really good football, and if they keep that up against Guinea, I think they can get one over on Guinea. Possibly extra time in this game, but hopefully lots of good attacking football in this match. And here's what Paul thinks about this match.
Moving on then to Congo-Guinea. Again, two teams that are always strong, always organised, always difficult to beat, especially, in the hot countries like Ivory Coast is. Both sets of players are used to the conditions. I think it'll be a tight affair. I really do. But I'm going to go on this one. I'm going to go for the Congo.
Next game is Cote d'Ivoire versus Mali. Again, anticipating another good game. Lots of attacking football to be played in this match. I've got Cote d'Ivoire getting through. I think they showed a real improvement in the last game. New interim coach, that hometown boost, the crowd were really behind them in the last match. I think they'll get that again in this game, and all you need is one goal in this match to go through. It's not like the group stages where you've got 3 chances. Pressure's really on, and I really fancy Cote d'Ivoire to get through against Mali. But here are Paul's thoughts on this game.
Moving on, Phil, we're going to go now to the Cote d'Ivoire, Mali. Two powerhouses of West Africa, a real exciting game this one will be. You've got to fancy Cote d'Ivoire purely because they're at home. Although, up until the last game, for me, they were very, very unconvincing. I really wasn't convinced by them. But it is a tournament now, it is knockout, and anything can happen. But in this one, I'm going to go against the home nation, and I'm going to go for Mali. I just think they're a strong team. They've been strong throughout the tournament, and I just think Mali will be the one.
And the final game in the quarterfinals is Cabo Verde versus South Africa. Could be a tough one to call this. South Africa played a distinctive style against Morocco. Very defensive, counter-attacking, soaking up the pressure. I'm not sure they'll be able to do that against Cabo Verde. I think they'll need to be on the front foot a bit more. But I think South Africa showed in the last match that they've got enough quality. And also the 4-0 win against Namibia in the group stages. I think they've shown they can play a different way, and I fancy South Africa to have just enough quality to get through in this match. And here are Paul's thoughts on this game.
The last game, very exciting game. Two teams that play expansive football, two teams that are organised, and South Africa pulling off a wonderful victory against Morocco, although we did predict it. They deserved the win. They sat back and they played the counter very, very well. A couple of incidents for the VAR to look at. I thought the goal onside was given, and it was onside for the first South African goal. The second goal was a wonderful free kick from Tobacco Mokoena, who had an excellent game. And in general, I think it was a deserved victory for South Africa. I think the red card was justified because there was an incident actually not long before where the same Moroccan player took out 2 South Africans before he took out 2 more for the red. So before he was booked, he got away with 2 there. So that was justified, and I think he's accepted and he's admitted it was justified. But wonderful free kick, great victory. Like I say, we did predict it. This game, I think, is going to be completely different. Cape Verde are a very exciting, organised team that have been together for some time. They can hurt teams. They're quick on the counter as well. They've got pace and power in the team. I think this is going to be a real close affair. It's going to be difficult to call it. I'm going to go with South Africa. I am going to go with South Africa. But I do believe this game is going to be a real tight affair, but a very, very good game at the same time.
So that's it. A nice quick one for this one. A wrap up of the first knockout phases and predictions for the quarterfinals. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of our predictions. If you found us on YouTube, please subscribe, like the video and share it with anybody you think would be interested. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed already. Much appreciated. We will look forward to the quarterfinals. Hopefully 4 really good, entertaining matches with lots of goals and entertaining games. That's it for this time, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.